Thank you so much to Sam Gleaves for bringing us in the room with a beautiful sound on this Monday morning as we start a new week here in the Daily Antidote of Song. Hello, everybody who's joining us today, and welcome to Monday. It is November 10. We are on day 2045. And if you're having a little bit of a deja vu because you thought yesterday was 2045, you're right. I said it wrong yesterday. So welcome to the real day 2045. And thanks to Carolyn in Boise, Idaho for the cue card. Welcome, everybody, to the Daily Antidote of Song. If you've never been here before, we are one song every day at noon Eastern, free, streamed to multiple platforms. We hope you'll join us today and every day moving forward. And we're excited today to be in the room with a new song leader, Sam Gleaves, who's coming in from Kentucky. And Sam is a singer-songwriter. He is also a music professor. If you just heard me say Berea, Kentucky, you might wonder if he happens to know anybody who spends a lot of time in this room with us from Berea, Kentucky. And the answer is yes, and we're going to get to that in a little bit. But I think we should start by singing. Sam, welcome to Daily Antidote.
Thank you, Joe. And I'm very honored to be here with you all today and excited to sing with you.
Thank you so much. We are super happy to have you here. We would love to know what you've got for us, and we'd love for you to teach us that chorus.
Thank you. This song is called Beautiful, and I'll tell you more about it later, but I hope you will sing the chorus with me. Like a lot of songs, the chorus changes a little as we go, but mostly it's this. Isn't this beautiful? This is the way to live. Isn't this beautiful? You're gonna remember this. Would you like to try that with me? Let's try it here. I'm gonna sing it a couple more times. Isn't this beautiful? This is the way to live. Isn't this beautiful? You're gonna remember this. Isn't this beautiful? This is the way to live. Isn't this beautiful? You're gonna remember this. So just join right in. And even if I sing a few different words, don't worry about it. Just sing on.
Sounds great. Let's do it.
Okay. Thank you. My first plane ride, Mom and I, Pacific bound to see her best friend, to see a hippie town. We searched the window from our tin can in the sky, then she whispered to the desert rolling by, isn't this beautiful? This is the way to live. Isn't this beautiful? You're gonna remember this. We rode to Napa. The wind was a-whipping all the way in a ragtop backseat on a California day. They went to Oakland just to hear the Rolling Stones. I jumped bed to bed in a room of my own, and I was happy as a boy could ever be. I remember that my mama said to me, isn't this beautiful? This is the way to live. Isn't this beautiful? You're gonna remember this. In San Francisco, we saw two men holding hands. I came to know I was that kind of man. The sting of shame, all alone in my own skin. Mom just looked at me, and then she looked at them. Aren't they beautiful? This is the way to live. Aren't they beautiful? You're gonna remember this. Aren't you beautiful? Aren't we beautiful? Remember this. Thank you all for singing. I love seeing some of your faces while I was singing there. Wish I could have heard your voices too.
Thank you so much, Sam. That was really, really beautiful. And I think you mentioned it's already out on a recording. And I actually saw folks who started singing it before you, like you went out with your first line, and there were people already singing along. So apparently, there are folks in this room who already knew your song, which is awesome. And I am so glad you brought that song to us because I feel like it's sitting in a really heartfelt place right now. The notions of acceptance in a world so full of turmoil. I would love to hear you talk more about how you wrote it, when you wrote it, how it's tying in today for you.
Well, thank you. I wrote this song for my mom. I um, am really, really fortunate to have a very loving family, and my mom is right at the center of it. And she took me out to San Francisco when I was about 12 years old. And it was the first time I had ever flown on a plane. And, it was a really exciting trip for me. I grew up in Southwest Virginia in a small town, Withville, Virginia, right at the edge of the Blue Ridge Mountains. And it's pretty rural there. And so you can imagine how exciting it was to go to San Francisco and to see all these things. And just I've always appreciated my mom's gratitude for just experiencing life and for feeling love and for sharing love with other people. That's how she operates. And so I've always found that very inspiring, and I'm grateful for it.
That is really beautiful. Yeah, something for sure about a mom, being able to hold her child's happiness in front of her own, right? Whatever she may think or may have hoped or may have, whatever, the idea that it's your own happiness and also then that sense of gratitude, that idea that every minute is a gift. Boy, does that sound like somebody we know. Who is it who comes in this room and says every Friday, I'm grateful because I woke up today. There's our Kathy Bullock connection. And Sam, I think you know Kathy Bullock. Can you tell us a little bit about your version of Kathy Bullock?
Oh, sure. Well, I think my lucky stars that I know Kathy Bullock. She's such an inspiration. And the first time that I came to tour Berea College as a prospective student, I met Dr. Bullock, and she was giving us a tour of the music department. And I just thought, well, if this amazing person teaches here, I want to be here too. So she's just such as you know, a force for good in the world with her music and her presence, and was lucky to get to know her as I was a student and to hear her amazing black music ensemble perform many times. And that's a legacy that's ongoing here. She's done a lot of good here. We're very grateful for her.
That is so awesome. We are also grateful for her in here. Kathy Bullock's been with us since super early in the Daily Antidote. She hosts every Friday. She has been hooking us up with her friends. Sam Gleaves is one of the Kathy Bullock recommendations for the Daily Antidote, and we're super glad that she sent you our way, Sam, because you're a great fit for being in here with us. Um, Anything else you want to say before we chat a little bit more about sort of your music and the projects you work on? Anything more you want to say about sort of this song and where we are currently in our nation, in the landscape of what's happening out there?
Sure. This song for me has become a place of safety that I can go to. I think a lot of us have these memories that we're grateful for, in so much turmoil and injustice and sadness in our world right now. I'm so thankful that I can turn to this beautiful memory of my mother seeing two men holding hands on a street and turning to me and saying, "Isn't that beautiful?" And I wasn't out to my mom at that time. And, I was just figuring all this out inside myself. And to know that she was opening the door for me to be myself by celebrating love when she saw it, uh, it still makes me feel good and makes me want to pass that on to other people as I'm able to.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Thank you so much. It's a really good time right now to be thinking of ways to celebrate love and ways to focus on the actual humanness of any person rather than the ways in which they might be different from us and or might choose paths different than we choose. And so thank you, Sam, for bringing all of that. Uh, Tell us a little bit more about your musical journey and also, what kinds of ways we can find your music. But actually, I'm going to throw you a little curveball too. Would love to hear about whatever that is that's hanging behind you. 'Cause we didn't talk about.
Oh, sure. Yeah, sure. So, I'm really fortunate to get to work with a lot of amazing students here at Berea College. I teach in the music department here. And so we're in my studio. And one amazing student, Lily Shelton from Southwest Virginia, made this for me. It's a beautiful kind of a fabric collage that says, "Bless this music and all who pick it." So it's a nice message there.
Very nice,
And
fun that we will
yeah,
appreciate. Yeah.
right, right. And so an open blessing to all,
Love it.
musicians and non-musicians alike. But I grew up in southwestern Virginia playing a lot of old time music, string band music and ballads and Carter family songs and that kind of thing. And then when I was 17, I moved here to Berea, Kentucky to go to Berea College and just realized that this traditional music from Appalachia and genres that are related to it is what I really care about and want to be involved in. And so about 5 years ago, I started teaching here at Berea. And all along the way, I've been writing songs and trying to put a few new songs in the tradition about my experiences and the experiences of others from here in Appalachia. So.
Thank you so much. I love hearing about your journey. It's so nice to get to meet new folks here in this space, and just another reminder of all the ways that we're all working to a lot of the same goals. And I use that "we" loosely because, of course, I'm potentially a different "we" than other people, but I think there's a lot of agreement in this space and the folks who come to listen to us that sort of love is the answer right now. And so your song really brings that home, and your musical journey brings that home. So I would love it if we could sing that whole song through with you again.
Thank you. I would be glad to.
Great, let's do it.
My first plane ride, Mom and I, Pacific bound to see her best friend, to see a hippie town. We searched the window from our tin can in the sky, then she whispered to the desert rolling by, "Isn't this beautiful? This is the way to live. Isn't this beautiful? You're gonna remember this." We rode to Napa. The wind was whipping all the way in a ragtop backseat on a California day. They went to Oakland just to hear the Rolling Stones. I jumped bed to bed in a room of my own, and I was happy as a boy could ever be. I remember that my mama said to me, Isn't this beautiful? This is the way to live. Isn't this beautiful? You're gonna remember this. In San Francisco, we saw two men holding hands. I came to know I was that kind of man. The sting of shame, all alone in my own skin. Mom just looked at me, and then she looked at them. Aren't they beautiful? This is the way to live. Aren't they beautiful? You're gonna remember this. Aren't you beautiful? Aren't we beautiful? Remember this. Thank you all so much.
Thank you so much, Sam. So I saw so many folks singing along, not on just the chorus, but all the way through the whole song. It really is a super beautiful song, and I'm so glad that we got a chance to meet you today and to sing that, and hope we'll get another chance to sing with you in the future. It's great to have you here. And anything else you want to say before we start saying our goodbyes to folks today?
Well, I just am so grateful to you, Joe, for inviting me, and to Kathy Bullock for connecting us. And I really admire what you are doing through keeping this series alive, and your whole team, everyone that works together to present this. I think it's such a good way to restore ourselves and to be together. So I appreciate that. I did want to mention, if any of you like to come to music camps in the summertime, I'm teaching at 2 music camps this summer. One is June the 7th through 13th, 2026, and Mars Hill University, which is just north of Asheville, North Carolina. And that's called Blue Ridge Old Time Music Week. And then also teaching in North Carolina, in Brasstown, North Carolina, at the John C. Campbell Folk School, June 21st through 27th, 2026. And the information for those will be on my website soon. So would love to meet you and sing with you somewhere, and hope we will.
Thank you so much. That's so lovely. We definitely have folks in this universe of ours who have been to both of those camps, and so yeah, we think following Sam to one of those camps would be highly recommended, because I think it would be amazing fun to work with you. And thanks so much again for being here and for being part of our community. I would like to just take a moment to remind everybody that today is Monday, so it's the first day of our new Racial Justice Week here in the Daily Antidote. And this week's quote comes from Lila Watson, and it says, "If you have come here to help me, then you are wasting your time. But if you have come here because your liberation is bound up with mine, then let us work together." So that is a sentiment we've definitely heard from other places. And I want to thank everybody. Whoops, I just messed up. So hang on one second. I want to thank everybody for being here and for joining us on this racial justice journey over and over again. As we continue to progress through things, we have been very fortunate to get to see a lot of videos, read a lot of really amazing articles, listen to a lot of incredible quotes. And we recommend everybody go over to our webpage. We have a tab that's called Racial Justice Journey, and you can go there and find sorry, I've got a tech issue going on over here, so thanks everybody for being patient. You can go over there and you can find what we're doing and read along with us, learn along with us, and we really appreciate when folks join us. So we're going to go ahead and tell everybody what we've got coming up this week here in the Daily Antidote. It's another great week. So excited to have started the week singing with Sam Gleaves, coming out of Kentucky, new to us here in the Daily Antidote, and we're so glad that he joined us. The rest of the week is going to be great. Tomorrow we have Audrey Engdahl coming in from Maryland. She's going to be singing a song in honor of tomorrow's Veterans Day that she wrote for her father, and that centers around Vietnam. I think it's going to be a great song and a great discussion tomorrow, so please join. On Wednesday, we've got Hubby Jenkins coming in from Queens, New York. It's been a while since we've seen Hubby. So excited to have him back in the room with us. On Thursday, Claudia Schmidt coming in out of Minneapolis, Minnesota. She sung with us once in a group, but we're calling her new because it's her first solo appearance here in the Daily Antidote Song. On Friday, Shruti Veena Vishwanath coming in from India. On Saturday, Magpie coming in from upstate New York. And on Sunday, Andrea and Harold Blackford, part of Jubilee Voices, potentially some other surprise Jubilee things and some other Revels things going on. So please join us every day this week. We're so excited that you're here today. Let's all take a deep breath. After a tech glitch, I need a deep breath for sure. I thank everybody so much for rolling along with us today through our ups and our downs, for joining us for a beautiful song from Sam Gleaves. Let's give one more big up for Sam Gleaves coming in from Kentucky. Thank you so much again, Sam, for being with us today. Let's wave goodbye to everybody out there on the live stream. Thanks, gang, out there on Facebook, and thanks, gang, out there on YouTube. We're so glad you've joined us. We welcome everybody in the room to stick around for a goodbye, a personalized goodbye. And for everybody out there, we hope to see you tomorrow.